Welcome to CrossFit Empower, where we're committed to getting you the fitness results that you dream of. At CrossFit Empower, our specialty is in adapting CrossFit programming to different populations with different physical skill levels. I invite you to follow us along, and we will be posting workouts of the day and instructions on how you can modify them, how you can do them on the road. If you can't get to equipment or a coach, how can you get these workouts done on your own? SQT, the first Masters event from this year's CrossFit Games, and it's a short, fast one. 3 rounds of 10 ground to overhead, followed by a 20-meter shuttle sprint done in 50-meter increments. So the Masters finished this one very, very quickly, some very aggressive times in there. The first movement is a ground to overhead, and I think the fastest, most efficient way to do that for most of us would be a snatch. Pro tip, a lot of people prefer to use clamp collars because they're easier to put on and remove. I don't like them when I'm doing a fast Olympic lifting WOD where I might be dropping the bar several times and every second counts. Sometimes they have a tendency to pop open and slide off, and I hate wasting precious seconds to readjust. So I prefer to use this kind of spring collar, a little bit harder to put on and off. And what I'm going to be doing, if I'm moving fast and dropping the bar a lot, I will double up on the collars here to help keep that bar secure and prevent me having to fiddle around with it during the WOD. Of course, you want to use a weight that's appropriate for you. If you're just starting off, maybe you want to use a broomstick, piece of PVC pipe, something like that, where you can simulate the movement mechanics. If you haven't studied the snatch before, this is maybe not the perfect workout to do that in. What you could do is, if you want to practice that explosive hip hinge, you could work on the kettlebell swing, and here's a little instructional video. With the kettlebell swing, we want you to make sure you're squeezing, activating through the glutes, opening up the hip. All the power comes from the hip, from the glutes, not from the arms. I'm not lifting that kettlebell up. If you haven't done kettlebell swings before, you aren't trained how to do kettlebell swings, I want you to focus today just on a Russian kettlebell swing. Just to chest height, working on those movement mechanics. You can see I'm activating the glutes to drive that kettlebell up. I'm not lifting it with my arms. We want to maintain good posture here. You want to stay safe. You don't want to overextend through the back. We don't want to cause any kind of spinal injuries. We don't want to be falling forward with the kettlebell either. Now, if you don't have access to a kettlebell, and I know many of you don't, you could use a dumbbell. With the dumbbell, I do suggest you stick with the Russian swing. It's going to be a little bit safer. But maybe you don't have a dumbbell available to you. Perhaps you can find an odd object. I've got a fire extinguisher, maybe you've got a water bottle, a milk jug, something like that. We can recreate that same movement, firing from the glutes, using our hips to propel it. Or, maybe you don't even have that. Maybe you don't even have that. I've got my backpack handy here. I could put a little bit of weight in here and swing it. You just want to make sure the weight is not so much that it's going to tear it through the bag and send this flying off like a cannonball that hits somebody that you love. So choose your equipment safely. Choose appropriate loads. Do not go too heavy on this. Make sure that you pick a weight that's going to work for you. Proper movement mechanics are most important. The second part is a shuttle run, and for most people that won't be a problem. You won't need any equipment for that. Approximately 50 meters, 4 times, that's what you're looking for. I wouldn't get too hung up on it being precise. Also, if you don't have running space, maybe you have a treadmill you can work on. Alternatively, if you have any injuries that prevent you from running, you could do this on a rower or on a stationary cycle. Generally for a cycle, we would do 1.5 times. So rather than doing 200 meters, we would do 300 meters on the cycle. So let's get at this. Let's see if we can keep up with some old men.
Making it work takes a little longer. Making it work takes a bit of time. Making it work takes a little longer. Making it work takes a bit of time.
Old men, who am I kidding? Every one of those Masters athletes finished under the 5-minute time cap. My score, 5:08. Respect. Now it's your turn.
Making it work takes a little longer.